Good morning, everybody. Hi. I'm going to do a reading for the masculines. I was just listening to music. Hopefully that's not too loud. I don't want YouTube to take my video off. But it's How Will I Know by Sam Smith. I'll post it in the description box. Okay. Basically, it's about how will I know if you really love me. And I feel like that's where the masculines are at right now, or at least the group I'm picking up on. So I'm just going to go off of that. That's what the song's about. Like, how will I know if you're thinking of me? How will I know if you really love me? And I feel like that's kind of where their mindsets are at today. Also feminine, I'm kind of thinking that way as well. So you could be going through a little doubt right now, or thinking, maybe I'm crazy, maybe this isn't real. It is very much real. Okay, just try to remember that when your ego tells you it's not. But we'll jump right in. And again, I'll post that song in the description box below. I get a lot of messages through music, so I really, really feel that's for the masculine collective. Spirit, how's the masculine thinking right now when it comes to his feminine? How's the divine masculine thinking right now? How's the masculine thinking? What's he thinking about? What's the masculine thinking about right now when it comes to his feminine? So not many cards came out. Bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Wands. So your masculine could be a fire sign. Doesn't have to be. He could just have fire in his chart too. Or he could be embodying this energy right now, like I need to take action, or kind of being indecisive, not knowing what action he's supposed to take, but knowing he needs to do something. We've got the Page of Swords here, so he could be spying on you, could send you a text message. He wants to speak some kind of truth. That's what this action is about. But we do have the Two of Swords here, so he's not sure if he's going to do that yet or not. And I feel like it is because he just doesn't know. He's not sure if you really love him. The next card that came out here was the Ten of Pentacles. So he's could be in a different family situation and having to choose between you and this family or this other person. It's very heartbreaking, I feel. Very heartbreaking for them. We do also have, oh wow. We have the Ten of Cups, the Death card, the Tower, the Hangman, and the Devil here with the Wheel of Fortune. So this to me is saying he's choosing, basically his family life right now is falling apart. He's going through some changes. He knows that it's been dead and done and over with. He feels stuck in that situation. The more Tower moments keep happening when he doesn't move. Okay, so he knows he has to make a move. He just isn't sure what it is yet. He's not sure how to go about it. He's not sure how to move forward. He's not even sure if you even love him anymore. That's what I really feel. So he's staying stuck in this situation that's not fulfilling to him because he can't be sure if you even really love him. And now a lot of you might say, oh, my masculine knows that I love him, which could be very true. I mean, you could have expressed that, so many times over months and years. So they should know that you love them. But at the same time, if you guys aren't talking, if you haven't been in a communication for a while, in their head, with this double energy here, they could be thinking, what if I also made this up? What if this connection isn't real? What if it's, not by God and the universe? What if it's just temptation? And what if it won't work out? All these what if questions, and it all stems from them not feeling like they're good enough for you, ultimately. And some of them really just don't know if you still love them, if you still care about them. Spirit, what are the Divine Masculines thinking What are they thinking about this? What are they thinking? Uh-oh. This one wanted to pop out. Clarity, truth, revelation, force, honor, protection, power. So they're getting some clarity about the situation. Let's see. If it wants to come back out, it will. Spirit, what are the masculines thinking when it comes to their divine feminine? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it. Okay. So with what I just said, this being temptation, right? Some of them are feeling like it's kind of like the devil's work. Like there's a spell put on them, or witchcraft or something along those lines. Instead of thinking it's divinely guided, part of them is like, it's just temptation, especially if they're already married or in relationships and they've been with that person for a long time. They could feel like you, divine feminine, are just like, you know, a hot, sexy person who came to mess up their marriage and relationship, and the feelings that they're feeling, it's not love, it's just lust and temptation. Then we do have the seduction card. So that just double clarifies what I said. Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. So some of them are questioning if they believe in God or whatever their higher power is. Why would God put this person in my life if I'm already with somebody or if I'm already married? They think it's kind of like the devil's work, or again, that lust, that temptation, just to test them to see if they're, you know, really in this marriage or whatever. So that's what some of them are thinking. It's quite ridiculous, but, you know, they will start to understand because Spirit will keep guiding them, okay? Spirit will keep guiding them in the direction that they're supposed to be. They're going to keep having tower moments with the person that they're with. They're going to keep going through changes. They're going to keep feeling unfulfilled emotionally because they're not supposed to be with that other person. The divine is trying to guide them to you, but some of them are just putting up a block like, oh no, you know, why would they do that if I'm already in a relationship? God wouldn't do that, but God would do that, okay? Sometimes you're with people, sometimes you marry the wrong people. And it's a lesson for you to finally stand up and say, I deserve to be fulfilled emotionally. I deserve love. I deserve to have joy and abundance and a happy home. And I'm not getting that with the person that I'm with. That doesn't mean you should stay stuck in that situation, which they are. The good thing about this is they're thinking about this. Okay, so this is their thoughts. So this is changing very soon, the way they're feeling about the feminine right now. They also feel like the feminine is very sexy and attractive. They would like to do some things to her in a good way. We do have engagement ring. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. So they're also thinking about what it would be like to propose, what it would be like to be married to you. How fulfilled would they be with you if you were their wife or husband, right? They know that they would be emotionally fulfilled with you and that you guys would have so much abundance. They know that. That's what they're thinking about, but their ego is saying, oh, no. Why are you thinking that? Like their soul is saying, hello, wake up. We're trying to guide you to where you're supposed to be to have this ultimate happiness. And their ego is like, oh, she's just trying to ruin this for you. You're fine. You're with somebody. You have to stay here, which is not true. Bottom of the deck, we've got mirror. So it says mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. So that's this here. That's all this, all these cards here. Change, divine intervention, enlightenment, being in that stagnant energy, but still growing and learning. That happens when the masculine and feminine face each other because you are each other's divine mirror. Okay, so if you are each other, you reflect back what pain, wounds you have, childhood trauma. You reflect all that back to you. Like, for example, me, my masculine, I felt like he abandoned me, okay, because he just left. I literally felt like I was a child that was abandoned by the person who loved me most. And it was fucking awful. It was terrible. But it was me who felt those abandonment issues from my father when I was growing up, because he just left me too. Literally almost every man in my life leaves. And I didn't realize that that was such a problem that I had. But now that that's healed, now I know that he didn't abandon me. I know why that stuff happened. And I was able to heal that childhood wound that I had because of him, because he left. So I know you might be mad at your masculines for doing things, but it is to help you grow. And also it's to help them grow, okay? Because you reflect what they need as well, what they need to heal. They might not know that yet, but they are knowing it. They're thinking about it. It's finally clicking in their head that, hey, because usually when the feminines are around their masculines, all this stuff happens, spiritual stuff, bad stuff. It's like she brings up all these negative emotions in me, but I still can't help but love her. Well, that's because they are you, so they don't understand it's to reflect those wounds so they can fix them. But they are starting to realize that, because this is what they're thinking about, okay? They're thinking about all of this. In the 3D, we do have passion on the top. That's insane chemistry, like each other, equally having fun. That just goes along with this. This is like the other side of this. Like, maybe it's not lust and temptation. Maybe I just have so much passion for this person. It's like they're going back and forth. This Two of Swords, back and forth. You don't know what to do. They know they need to make a decision. They know they need to take action on something. They just don't know what it is yet. They don't know. They just don't know. They do want to talk about it. So a lot of your masculines could be reaching out, interested in conversing more. A awaited message arrives, text, call, email. So they could message you with this Page of Swords here. This is a general reading, so I don't want to say your masculine's going to reach out to all of you. If you want a personal reading, my email is below. Just send me an email. We can set that up and go more in depth on your situation personally. But for the general, a lot of masculines will be reaching out because this stuff has been happening for a while and they need clarity. And they know that you're the only one who can provide them that clarity that they need. Because you've probably mentioned it to them. This has been happening to you. They feel like you're the only person who would understand them and not judge them and not think they're crazy. And they're probably right. So a lot of them will be reaching out. Spirit, what are the masculines thinking right now when it comes to their feminine? What are they thinking in the 3D right now, this moment? If you're watching this video a year from now and it resonates, it's meant to, okay? Spirit, what are the Divine Masculines thinking? What are they thinking right now? Well, they're not very talkative, I'll tell you that. Oh, you know why? They're not really talkative. Because we've got mask here. So they still have that mask up. They're still, with that Two of Swords, they're still lying, hiding from you, hiding from the other people in their situation. But this is beautiful. What they're thinking about is union with their Divine Feminine. They're thinking about balancing the scales. They're thinking if they're with a third party, getting divorced, leaving that situation. Ultimately, they're thinking about union, okay? We do have a barrier, but they're releasing that. So whatever barriers they've had, they are releasing those. They're thinking about those things. And that's beautiful because it's not in the 5D, it's in the 3D. They're human form. They are thinking about this in their brain right now. Okay, I need to leave this situation so I can be in union with my feminine. If they're not in a situation, I need to give justice to my feminine because I really want to be with her. And I'm finally understanding what all of this means. They are still wearing the mask right now, okay? But it is coming down with these tower moments, with this death here. They're getting that enlightenment they need with the Hangman so they can let these barriers down and they can give that passion and not just lust and desire, right? Spirit, what is the Divine Masculine thinking right now? What's he thinking about? What am I masculine thinking about? Okay. Alright, so we got the Divine Masculine here. Main person. Birds could mean something to him. Oh, look what they're thinking. Main person, female. So they're thinking about you, Divine Feminine. They're thinking about you and them together. We've got bereavement here. This is grieving. This is regret. This is sad emotions. It's so weird that all three of these have birds in them. So birds could really mean something to you. We've got hope, big water. So this is their emotions, right? This is them wishing on the moon and the stars and having hope that you guys will come together in this union, that the scales will balance out. You guys will be together, okay? They have hope for that. They do. They're in a very sad energy right now. Yeah, I have hope that maybe she still loves me, but I really don't know. I'm really not for sure. Some of them could feel like you actually died. They just have that feeling like in their heart, like, oh, I don't feel her energy anymore. She went away. You know, she's never coming back. The worst thing ever to do is to grieve a person who's still alive. I've done it. It's terrible. But that's what's happening. We do have high honors here. Court person. High honors, court person. This to me just means they could be like in an authoritative occupation, or they could be seen in the public eye, or they could be really respected in their communities. But we've also got court person here. So, you know, they're thinking about if they are with somebody else, going to court and getting divorced, or separating their assets, or visitation for the kids, or if they need to split up money, or whatever it is. If they need to go to court for some reason, they are thinking about doing that because they know that their Divine Feminine is not leaving their head, okay? We've got his thoughts here. So again, constantly thinking about you. And we have house. So he could live with karmic partner. She could live with him. They would have to split up the house, or if it's his house, she would have to move. If it's her house, you know, blah blah. If they're married, if it's in both their names, they have to figure that out, okay? But he's living with somebody, all right? And he's thinking about that. What would we do? You know, how do we go about this? Spirit, what is some advice? No, let's see. Spirit, what is Divine Masculine thinking right now in regards to his feminine? In the 3D right now. They really don't want to talk. Well, I guess that's all I had to say. Attraction. Yeah, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. That's about being like the power of right now, okay? Being in the moment now. Not worrying about all the other shit you're going through. But attraction, this right here, it's making them realize that this is passion they have for you. It's unconditional love they have for you. It's this insane chemistry that they're never going to get with anybody else. And the card that flew out is very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So feminine, you do that as well. Claim it, you know. But this is all happening very soon. They're making this decision very soon because they can't stand, like, they're constantly thinking about you. They try to do other stuff. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They know that you are their emotional fulfillment. They know you're their abundance. And with this other person, if they're with another person, it's just falling apart. It's falling apart, and that's divine intervention. They're finally realizing, hey, I'm not on my path. I'm not being my authentic self. So God, Spirit, the universe is just bringing that all down because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So we'll just get a couple messages, guys, and I will close out there. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate it. Spirit, what do the Divine Masculines want to say to their feminines right now? What do the masculines want to say to their feminines? Please don't wait for me. Go be happy. So when I wrote this card, it's funny because my masculine has said this to me numerous times. Basically what it is I want you to be happy and you deserve better than me. So don't wait for me. Go on, go be with somebody else, because it's easier for him to not have to deal with me standing right in front of him. So that's what this means. If your masculine tells you, oh, don't wait for me, move on, go be happy, they do want you to be happy. But it's because they feel like that they're not good enough for you, and they don't want to have to deal with all the drama and conflict of leaving somebody else, or, leaving a job, or leave whatever the situation is. They just think it's easier for you to just go. But if you did move on and you are being happy, and I'm not saying moving on with somebody else, you could have, if you did, good for you. But if you're just being happy, it doesn't matter, because you're still on their mind. Even though you went away, it doesn't stop. You're still in their heart. You're still their soul. It just doesn't quit. Please don't pressure me. They just need some time to figure this out. It's going to happen very soon, okay? So I would just pull back. Let the universe do its work. I can never forget you. You are so beautiful. We've got 333. This is Christ consciousness. This is a masculine, feminine, and a spirit all in one, connecting mind, body, soul. So that's beautiful. That's you guys coming together. You deserve the best, and that's not me. Yeah, that's what I just said. They don't think that they're the best for you. They have this, maybe she doesn't even care about me anymore. They're kind of having some doubts right now. These are some timing cards, so I'll read those in a second. You're always on my lonely mind. Yes, you are. Constantly thinking of you. Constant. I'm learning to forgive myself. So if they cheated or lied or hurt you in any way, they're trying to forgive themselves for that, which they should. I'm sorry. They're very sorry for whatever they've done. Every moment I've spent with you is forever a treasure. They think about it constantly, the times that you guys had together, and they treasure those moments deeply. I've loved you for lifetimes. So they're getting that awareness that this isn't just this lifetime. It's all the lifetimes. I'm scared of what people will think. So if they are with that high honors card, someone in the community, or they're high up bosses, or, they're scared of what people are going to say. But they're going to have to overcome that for their own happiness and love. Okay. Love will forever beat fear. All right. They're just scared, which doesn't make it okay. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying that that's why they act the way that they act. I will fight for you. So even though they're scared of what people will think, because they're going to fight for you eventually. I feel obligated to stay. They felt obligated to stay in situations and relationships for a long time. You're my first thought in the morning and last thought at night. So you're always on their mind. Again, like I wasn't kidding about that. I'm leaving the karmic. So yeah, they've been feeling obligated, like they have to stay for years and months, however long your journey has been. But they're finally making that decision, right? With all this energy, that they want to be happy. They want that emotional fulfillment. They want to be vulnerable. They want to be able to lay with you and hold you and love you. We've got, I'm going to reach out. So again, like I said earlier, some of the masculines will be reaching out to talk about this because they need clarity too. And then we've got 9 months here. So this is a general reading. Again, if you want a personal, just send me an email. But this could be them not reaching out for 9 months. This could be them reaching out tomorrow, but it's going to take 9 months for them to get divorced or leave a situation. It could be you guys are in full union, living in the same house in 9 months. So this has a lot of meanings, especially since this is a general reading and it's not just to one person. So take it how it resonates, okay? I really appreciate you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you.